Howdy, howdy. I haven't ran in 2 days. So today I'm gonna run, and then I've got a paper to finish up for school, so I'm gonna go down to the office and do that. But those are my 2 words I notice as I watch the videos. I repeat those a lot of times. Those are my transition words, or my I don't have anything else to say right now type words. However, I got up early this morning and went up and got a couple of Nespresso capsules. So yesterday we bought me that coffee machine. I've wanted an espresso maker for a long time, but those are way expensive and I couldn't afford those. So we got this Nespresso machine, and you got to put these little capsules in there. Walmart didn't have any, and we couldn't find anywhere in Miles City that sold them. So I got on Amazon and I ordered a few, but they are going to be a couple days to get here. So when we got back to Jordan, I had Sharon put on Facebook to see if anybody had a couple that I could buy from them so I could try it out. A friend of ours sent me a message and said, "Oh, I have a bunch, and if you come up and get them, I'll let you have some." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, that's awesome." So I got up this morning to go up there and get that, and I get to try those out after I run. I can't drink coffee before I run. So I'm going to try that out today, as well as my writing. Okay, let's run. Wow, I feel like I'm moving back into the office after 1 day off. I got so much stuff to put up and do. I'll take you on a little tour of my new things. I got to put the ink in the printer. Books. Got to finish my paper today. I need to go switch coffee cups. Fresh ink. Now, I need to figure out what to do with my new Funko Pop. The Mandalorian with the child. Baby Yoda. So I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put that. Add it to my collection. I have Superman, Thor, and Dwight. The next picture here, I don't know what I'm even pointing at, but picture of me and Sharon at our wedding. This other one here, this was brought to me from a church member who went to Israel, and they bought this there, and it's very, very special to me for that reason. Never thought I'd get to go to Israel, but I do get to. So I have a couple things that were brought back to me from Israel and from Bethlehem and some different places, so I'm really looking forward to being able to go visit that. This right here, though, is a necklace made with coffee beans, and that kind of leads into what I was going to mention to you about my new coffee maker. I've been looking for espresso machine for a long time. I've always wanted one since I got back from that country. So before Jeremiah was born, I was not a coffee drinker, but after he was born, he would only sleep in somebody's arms. You laid him down, he woke up. And so Sheridan and I took turns throughout the night sitting in a recliner holding him so that he would sleep. And that's when I started drinking coffee. And I'm not real sure why, because caffeine doesn't bother me. I can drink a whole pot of coffee and go right to sleep. But there's just something about the smell that, was soothing at that particular moment. But I never really considered myself much of a coffee fan. And then I went to that country, small country over in Asia, and there was a guy there in a roadside stand that was making coffee. And so we ordered some. We sat down, and he brought out these little bitty cups of coffee. Wow. And he basically explained to us that Americans drink their coffee with way too much water, and the flavor and texture of coffee is better when it's like in an espresso type of deal. And I had to agree with him. So we moved back when we got back here to the United States. I like really strong coffee anyway, and so that's kind of what my compromise was while I was looking for espresso. When I would go to a coffee shop, I could get an espresso, but if you just order an espresso and don't get like an Americano and at least some water added into it, they kind of look at you funny. And I don't like all the frou-frou drinks where you add milk and all that other kind of stuff. I just like the straight black thick coffee. Now I don't like cowboy coffee. I don't like grains in it, but I do love that frothy, creamy texture of a good espresso. So all of that to say this is pretty good coffee this morning. Okay, time to get some work done. Not much work got done yet. My family just showed up. Sharon's here to work on some things. So they're calling for a nasty storm coming in tonight and tomorrow. If that's true, then that means several of our church members won't be able to make it here. We were supposed to have the Gideons speak during the mission moment, and I pushed them back a week because of the storm. So Sharon's coming in early to have a backup plan for music if our musicians can't make it. We'll watch them come in.
Yeah. Hey, slow down. I'll be right back. Okay.
I will be right back.
Where's she going?
She forgot the power hub thing.
Oh.
Is her phone?
Our church is doing Samaritan's Purse shoe boxes this year.
I like that one. It's cool. No, those are pencil sharpeners and pencils.
They've done some good stuff. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, they got a
Good job, folks. Good job. Good job. I'm proud of our little bitty church. We're tiny in number, but we're mighty in other ways. And it's always been it's always been an area I've been proud of with our church is you don't expect something this alive and thriving in such a small town most of the time. Let's see if we can figure it out.
Well, it says it'll install its own driver, so then I'm like, great, is it not Mac compatible? So I want to see if it'll recognize my phone. It doesn't say anything on it, and I tore the box to pieces.
And it almost did it. What is that?
Huh.
What?
System requirements.
Windows.
Available USB port. Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP, Windows 2000, or Mac OS 10.
You scared me. Quit. You're so mean. But when I go here, oh, it was not recognizing it earlier.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah. I just had to show
You
up.
just had to hold your tongue the right way.
Apple devices fear me. My Thanksgiving cactus is blooming. This makes me happy. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Wicked. Well, here it is. What time is it? 6 o'clock? 5 o'clock? It's 5 o'clock, and it's dark outside. Finally done with that paper, and I'm heading home. I'll finish up my sermon notes, but I can do that with the distractions. That won't be that big of a deal, but I needed to get that paper done and turned in. So that was I think a successful day here at the office. I did take a short little break, call my grandma. Here's some video of that. I've decided that every week on Saturdays at 4 o'clock, call and talk to my grandma. And I've enjoyed that. We've done that now for about 4 or 5 weeks. and it's been good for me. And yeah, call your grandma. That's a good idea. All right, heading home. I'm going to fill up the car here. It says I have 18 miles till empty. But one of the things that don't get copyrighted. One of the things that they told me when I first moved to Montana was, when you're looking at storms, things of that sort, make sure your vehicles are full of fuel. So if we do have to leave town or go do something, we have vehicles that are full of fuel. And I think that's a good piece of advice. We also keep a emergency kit in the Tahoe, which is the one that we tend to take if the roads are bad. That way, if something happens and you break down on one of these roads, I mean, it could, honestly, I'm not joking and I'm not exaggerating. There are times when you may sit for hours before another vehicle comes by. You can go back and look at some of the videos that I've done. There's been times I've driven from Winnett to Jordan or Miles City to Jordan and never saw another vehicle. So, yes, it would take a unique set of circumstances to not have cell service, to not have fuel in the vehicle for the car to run, or something happens, or nobody to come by. But it is a possibility. So I'm putting fuel in the car. You probably can't see me, but that's okay. I one of the other ladies here in town put up her Christmas lights and turned them on the other night. Sharon came by yesterday and noticed that they were on. And she put the screws to me, bent my arm backwards, kicked me in the kneecap, and asked if she could turn on her lights. I told her she could. So now I'm going to go and see if she has them on. I almost guarantee you that they're on. She's got them on special timers and Alexa and all that good stuff now. So we're going to turn here. I went a different way to get to the house because I want to come around the corner. Yep,